Labor and the expression of worth. I have been asked to more clearly describe what labor and the expression of worth is. There is this video that I made called Symbols and Assembly. I put a whole lot of work into it. It's about 30 minutes long. It represents probably more than 120 hours worth of work. I just rewatched it. I think it's worth taking a look at. Also, I'm going to be doing some writing describing more about what labor and the expression of worth is. Really, it represents so much to me now, and it has come to represent more the more work I put into it. In short, it is a context in which to understand how to align our work or our labor with the deepest expression of worth that comes from inside of us. It is a form in which we may come to understand our own personal expression of worth and how we express our worth as a species. Labor and the expression of worth was born of a vision that came to me during a musical performance. I was in attendance at a jazz concert when I had this vision. Three of the deepest musical influences of my youth were among the players at this concert: Zach Lee, David Bowen, and Jason Cadamy. Labor and the Expression of Worth is the title of a Zach Lee composition. I had this vision as the band played this music, which is heavy in both composition and improvisation. So here is how the vision came to me. Sunlit room, a yellow glowing room, shaggy green carpet, amplifiers, guitars. I'm sitting with Jason Cadamy in his practice room. David Bowen is there too. There is encouragement, there are smiles, there is also a great intensity, sense of great hope, learning, devotion, camaraderie between human beings. There's education. John Coltrane is revered and his giant steps meditation acknowledged. This vision that I experienced as the band played that night at the jazz concert is as much memory for me as it is vision of the future. These are the memories of Travel and Trav. Visions seem to come through the lens and experience of the beholder, and this practice room that I have described was a place of great awakening for this young man that was called Trav. Jason Cadamy had a song called Empty Status Quo. He was 15 years old. I had never heard the word status quo until I met Jason Cadamy. The word status quo eventually came to represent to me the unconscious assumptions that we make about what life is supposed to be like according to how it is now. It is the mind of that small, unconscious self. A deeper study of the word helped me to understand the importance of those lives which are lived just outside of those norms. When one comes to appreciate the genius of Thelonious Monk, that changes our understanding of music and of the world, and we begin to see what it is like to press the limits of the status quo. Coltrane, Monk, Picasso, masters of form, advancers of form, those icons who now represent what it means to transcend form. Jason Cadamy was ascending to levels of creativity that were astounding his peers. And David Bowen, too. Cad and Little Dave were these two jazz prodigies in Yukon, Oklahoma, studying in Wayne Coon's jazz band and already connected with the greater Oklahoma City music jazz scene. Cad and Dave showed up to me as gurus, teachers. I went to my first rock and roll concert with Cad, where we saw Steve Vai play with Whitesnake. This vision that I had that night at the jazz concert eventually ushered in a deeper understanding of the importance of music and a renewed desire to connect with others through music. The communal music experience was a source of salvation for this one we have called Trav. Music fired up new neural pathways in my brain. The solitary devotion to the instrument, the coming together of all the people and the instruments and the musical parts. After the concert, Zach gave me the lead sheet to the composition. That was the name of the song, Labor and the Expression of Worth. I put it in my mandolin case to be discovered months later, at a moment when I needed it most. With the rediscovery of the lead sheet began this project in its current form, labor and the expression of worth.